God. Yeah, I would ruin this place very quickly. I'd be like, bombs are fun! I'd be like, any meteors we can blow up? I really want to blow up some meteors. Oh, I totally would, too. Yes, question. Oh, Oedo Rocket. I love Oedo Rocket. Yeah, I played a character called Akai in Oedo Rocket. I also wrote the series. And a lot of the characters I play tend to be, you called him evil and said, but he seemed to think he was doing it for a good reason. He did it because he was in love with an alien. No spoilers, in case you want to watch it. But a lot of characters who do bad things do them for good reasons. Most people who do bad things do them for what they think are good reasons. Or people are narcissistic, selfish bastards and they just want more money and power, which is a lot of the world. But a lot of like evil characters in literature think they're doing the right thing, think they're trying to do good. And in trying to do good, they end up subverting evil. And that comes from thinking that we are all separate, that we are not all one human being. I mean, we are all separate individuals, separate personalities, but on this earth, we are all one. So there is no harm I can do to you without doing it to myself first. And evil people lose sight of that. And that's the only thing that makes them evil, is that they don't understand that the harm they're doing is harming themselves. Yes? Draw a circle. That's the earth. Oh my goodness, that is a Italian reference. Yes, question here.
More of a request, but could you sing The Hills Are Alive with the sound of music in Austria?
Oh my goodness, the hills are alive with the sound of music. Wait, let me do a different version. The hills are alive. That's really scary. Because hills shouldn't be alive. Yes, gentleman back here, yes sir. Probably the first really big wow moment I had, my first wow moment as a child was Star Wars in the theater. I was maybe 6 or 7. When did it come out, 78? Yeah, so I was 7 years old when it came out. So that was my first big wow moment in film. My first big wow moment in theater was Les Miserables when I was 16 on Broadway. That was like, wow, theater is amazing. And then the next big wow moment I had was Cirque du Soleil when I was 18. And I was like, theater can be real, true magic. My next big wow moment was directing my first feature and having actors do things on camera in front of me that I thought were brilliant. Just moments they were able to capture. And they were doing it ostensibly for me on a script I wrote, directed by me, and to have that type of artistry gifted to your project from people is just wow. You're just like amazed by it. One of the scenes in the movie is the actor who does Prussia and another voice actress named Brina Palencia doing a scene together, and we did it in one take. It was about 22 minutes long. And they were brilliant in it. I ended up doing one more take of it, but we pretty much used it intact as it was. Two really excellent, expert actors, genius level work. Yes, question.
If you stepped into Kululu shoes for a day, what would you invent?
If I was Kululu, what would I invent? A time travel device. Or a device that allowed me to transport wherever I wanted to go.
Because the only thing I don't like about my job is air travel. That hurts a little bit. But, yeah, I'd probably do transporting. I like driving. If cons are closer than this one, I usually drive. I actually almost drove to this one. Let's go all the way in the back there. Difficulty connecting with the character. Sometimes when we do, like industrial or commercial work, and it's like, this cabinet is really easy to put together, or whatever, you're like, I'm not really interested in that. Actually, I do better with industrial work than I do with commercial work. Industrials are at least honest, because it's like, open the book to page 3. This is how we put the cabinet together. Whereas commercials are like, this is a lie to make you buy something. And I'm not very good at lying as an actor. I'm much better at telling the truth as an actor. Yes. No, you didn't have your hand up, but you did before, so I was just guessing. Awesome kids. Kids who could whoop ass. Also, they would be very well behaved. You wouldn't want to mess with those parents, right? Yes, question. How did I connect to Stien, and what was my favorite thing about doing Stien? Well, Stien's another one of those sort of broken characters that I tend to play a lot of. Characters who are evil, good, bad, you know, broken. If you were to ask all the people in my life, they would say that I'm a very extreme, somewhat extreme personality. Almost every really wonderful friend I have at one point or another has disowned me as a friend for either usually views I hold or positions I take in public life, and then they end up coming around and being my friend again. I've had probably 2 or 3 of my best friends who, you know, like refused to talk to me for a couple years, and then we're like, oh, okay, you're still cool. And that's sort of the thing that happens with a character like Stien, or Hiei, you know, these sort of broken characters who are trying to find the ways to accept their brokenness. My favorite thing about Stien was getting to lose his mind with his laugh. Hold on a second. This is really good news. Do you guys know a series that I helped produce called Prince Adventures? No. Okay, it's an anime. You can see the short online. If you were to Google Prince Adventures short, you could see the short. It's kind of amazing. It is loathed by regular Christians. It's made by my friend who's a Christian. And he's like, I'm gonna make a badass anime that is based on the devil versus God. And he's a Christian, but it's an anime, so there's naked people and half human, half animals, and stuff is weird because it's anime, right? And the Christians are like, that's not Jesus-like, and he's like, but it's anime. And the Old Testament is totally like an anime, right? I mean, yeah, fire and brimstone and people sleeping with each other, and I'm gonna kill you, but also talk to a burning bush. You know, I mean, it's very anime. So he just texted me that we acquired financing to produce the series. And I am a voice in it, and Todd Habercorn's a voice in it, and Vic Mignogna's a voice in it, and Chris Sabat is doing the post-production audio, and so it's got a lot of really strong people on it. That is kind of amazing news. Okay, time for a couple more questions, I believe. Let's go back here. Yes, you. What are my feelings on yaoi? I don't like dudes. But if a dude wants to like a dude and the other dude likes that dude, that's between those two dudes. But if you try to make Hiei love Karama... Karama, this is Hiei.
calling you because I think your butt is cute.
Chuck, it's John Bergmeyer. Stop calling me in the middle of the night. I actually told John at the screening we just had recently that I was like, dude, I really need to call you so when I tell that story, it's true. And he's like, okay, if you need to call me once in the middle of the night and pretend to be he, you can do it. I was like, okay. Yes, question. In D. Gray Man? I don't remember anything interesting happening during D. Gray Man. Sorry. Oh, I remember. My hair caught on fire. No, that never happened. Yes, question there. Oh, God, yeah, I met Carl Urban last weekend. We were both guests at Phoenix Comic-Con. I was here, and he was across the way over there. And then because he knows Vic, and Vic and he are friends, Vic was like, come on, Chuck, you got to go get a picture with the other Bones. And I was like, okay. And we went. He's a really cool Kiwi. He's from New Zealand. He's a good dude. And I was happy that in my picture with him, I still...